have 3 Phillips screws to remove. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to take a putty knife, work around the panel. Now the panel's popped off. I'm going to disconnect the linkages and the wiring. So here's the old door that we're swapping for this new door. That is a crank window. So we need to swap the electronic regulator over. Then you're gonna take a hammer, tap this pin out. We're gonna take some penetrating oil and spray all 6 of the Torx bolts, both sides. And take your hammer, give them a tap. Now we're going to grab a T40 Torx bit. And then hope for the best. All the top ones broke free, no problem. And then of course the bottoms are all frozen. So we're going to hit it some more with the hammer. Okay, we got the door off. Ended up breaking that bottom bolt off, which I would rather break that off than to strip the Torx head. So here's the old door, electronic. Replacing it with this door, everything's manual. These are a T30 for the lock mechanism. Okay, 3 bolts have been removed. Now we gotta figure out how to disconnect the mechanism from the button. Looks like first off, got one of those clips just like that are used on this end of the lock linkage. So let's pop that guy. There goes that. That's all it was, is that one. Boom. Okay, just pulled the non-electric one out of this door. Let's compare the two. Same thing, minus the electric solenoid. Now for the window regulator, I'm gonna start undoing some bolts here and see what all has to come out. Okay, here's the manual door. Undid the hardware, 2 bolts here, 1 here, 2 here. Put some pliers on the handle connection here. Brought it down, the window down, until I had access to this connection between the regulator arm and the window. That's also a T30. So we're going to unbolt that and separate the mechanical linkage from the window. For the electronic window, before I unhooked it, the door from the body, I should have brought the window down because now I don't have access. So I'm gonna have to hook this door back up to the wiring, plug the panel in, and drop the window enough to where I can get to the mounting bolt. It's gonna take some maneuvering to get this out. There's your mechanical linkage. Window is disconnected. Okay. Regulator wiring plugged in. Door panel switch plugged in. There she is. Okay, I've removed the regulator to window bolt. Some careful maneuvering, and I've got the electronic regulator assembly removed. Mechanical, electronic. Now let's try to figure out how to get this guy mounted up in this door. Here's our old beat up door. Here's the clean door. First test. Works perfect. Just have to hook up the electronic lock now. Okay, as we put the mounting bolts back in for the door, make sure you apply anti-seize to all the bolts. Okay, the door is on. Got the gaps pretty close to where I want them. Just cleaned up the trim area. Going to stick this piece on. Okay, I've got some adhesive put on. Let's try to line it up, tape it in place. Okay, we got her stuck on there. Lined up pretty well.